Greetings and gratitude to all life forms, life workers, alchemists, angels, or ancestors who have found this Bibliomancy episode. Today we will be discussing the use of cards, bookmarks, and other type of paper in card magic and different systems, ideas, and entity groups that are generally associated with these systems. I am just beginning my study, so don't take this as gospel. Take this as a beginning place for you to do your own research. Link to all 6 of these books will be in the description. So, I want to really start introducing to the fact that before there was books, there was most likely a system of cards, and those cards would be similar to what we would call books now. And maybe even before that, there was more complex systems of containing, transmitting, and transforming information. Cards, books, scrolls, tomes, temple walls are all different examples of these. So, I want to start with Mr. Paul Foster Case. At a young age, he felt connected to cards and spent his whole life studying. So, he believed that the tarot was a ancient book of secrets, of mystery, and that the student needs to color the cards by hand to unlock these ancient informations. He wrote one of my dear classics that's in the description is the Book of Tokens. Detailed mystical meditations on each of the major arcana to help connect with that frequency and that identity as an I am meditation. And on the website of the Builders of the Adytum, you can find the black and white cards to color yourself. And that adventure of coloring and experiencing the cards is very powerful. Everyone does it themselves. I begin my own experiments with the coloring process. I need to see what type of pens are right, which type of way of coloring is right. A few experiments before I really get into it. So, that's really a lot of the more Kabbalistic. The Kabbalah is a very powerful system, and there's many interpretations of the Kabbalah and many different ways to use it in different ways. Everyone has their own gift, their own association with that. Mr. Case developed the system in which he took the 22 Hebrew letters and corresponded them with the 22 major arcana. And the connection between the bridges, the momentum of the reality, the spheres, is something I'm only getting more into and only continuing to study. So this is all books I'm in the process of. I have not finished. So Mr. William Gray's Kabbalistic Concepts, Living the Tree, is a powerful book with a lot of diagrams that I'm not going to show here, and questions at the end of each chapter, and it's very easy to work through to learn more about the understanding and relationship of each of the sephirots and how they all interact together as a tree. Then Lon Milo DeQuette's Enochian Vision Magic, and The Practical Guide to the Magic of John Dee and Edward Kelly. This is, again, heavy with diagrams that I'm not going to show here, and these diagrams depict connections to angels, the angel language, and some people claim those may not have been angels in the first place. we don't know, and the more study and I get into it, whether or not I'm practicing what I'm studying, allows me to see both the light and shadow in a more clear process, which is part of the Kabbalistic journey. By understanding the positive and negative aspects in life, one can find the golden middle. And John Dee studied his people before him, like Galileo, and he himself was a historian, had many professions, did a lot of work with the Queen of Elizabeth I, and he's a very famous mystic, alchemist, and one of the few people who've been known to create the Philosopher's Stone. And this is a system of oracle, and just like Paul Foster Case teaches, cards, any oracle, tarot, that you use works best when you use it for your own introspective finding. So when I'm studying and I have a question, or if I find something difficult, if I find an issue with what I'm doing, all I need to do is shuffle up a few cards, and I can get a really good meaning of what I'm wanting to understand or not understanding. And there's many ways to do that. And John Dee would light candles and do different types of things. So the stars and astrology, there's many books, and there's always a connection to that. So if you want to put the zodiac or put the constellations on a card, there's nothing that prevents you from doing that, or runes, or whatever cosmic symbol you want to assign. When you can start creating more of that into your book magic, you will see more definitive results coming through. And finding something you can do every day, a connection, a continuous craft of some energies. Here's one of the books I'll actually show. So just the idea is, when you can color it yourself, when you are involved in the creative process of something, it is connects to your brain on a more emotional level. And emotional alchemy, how the mind can heal the heart, by Tara Bennett Goldman. This beautiful book, I'm a few chapters in, and it's really allowing me to learn more about my emotional state, how to work with my emotional state, and how to really define this energy inside me. So as you can see, some of these are library books. I don't own a lot of books, and I'm not a big materialist. I do my best to have more on the minimalism side as I can. And so once I finish a book, I usually give it to someone else. And I continue the process going. I usually hold on to decks because they can soak up a little bit more of the energy than the books, I find. So go through your adventure, pick one of these if you would like, and in the comments, if you want one of these reviewed, let me know. I might review some of them, especially Milo Duquette, Enochian Vision Magic. Really want to tell you all what I have to think about that. I got some strong worded things on that. So I appreciate deeply your energy for watching this broadcast. And yes, this channel is constantly growing, constantly changing. Maybe I have done some content in the past or haven't. Be on the lookout for more things growing, and the strength of this development to always persist. So, mysterious strangers, keep on questing. May the quest come to an end in your heart. And I look forward to finding you in the next broadcast.